Okay, pardon the mess, guys, but I guess this is going to be the first video of 2026. So, I've got my water kind of all over the place at the moment because I'm in the middle of trying to get them up on some pallets. I had to go out and acquire some pallets, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we're going to get them stacked up off of the floor and get them up on some pallets. It was actually Chef Tech that brought it up to me that, hey, you really should get those up off the floor. And they'd been sitting, eating in the back of my mind, it probably should. I decided to go ahead and look into it. And evidently, over time, if your storage water's sitting on the floor directly on the concrete, there's chemicals in the concrete that will leach into your plastic water storage containers, and then it'll eventually leach into your water itself. That also tied with the fact that the container sitting on the floor, I guess evidently can cause the containers to crack over time. And that's something I want to avoid given the fact that I've spent a lot of good money on these containers. But like I said, that's more pronounced in, those issues are more pronounced in containers like these and maybe like the Reliance containers. I'd say less likely with the Igloos because they're a thicker mill wall plastic. So anyhow, less yapping, let's get to work. Yeah, so one of the things you guys didn't see behind the scenes I was doing with these pallets, it wasn't as easy to me as me just grabbing pallets and just setting them down, but I had to modify these two so that way I can get them all roughly the same height. So yeah, this one will fit about 6.5 containers, almost 7, almost a full 7. This one will fit about 6.5 containers, and I think this one's going to fit 6 containers. So yeah, anyhow, all right, there we go. So those are now officially up off of the ground, and actually I got a nice little lip here where I can add some more 1 gallon non-potable waters and some more 2-liter bottles. Now, so I want to bring up the fact here, like, so I've had people point out in previous live streams and previous videos, hey, one of your containers is leaking. And it's like, no, that was an old container that leaked a long time ago. I actually had one of those cat litter jugs that was stacked up on top of this tier, and for some reason it randomly sprang a leak. And well, being that these are sheets of scrap MDF, they're permanently water stained, so nothing I can do about that. But yeah, got them up off the ground. I've got a few more of these empty plastic bottles here that I've got to rinse out and get filled up with non-potable water and get them labeled up. So, but anyhow, yeah, that's me slowly working on this water storage. Again, my goal is to get up to 1,000 gallons of potable water storage, and then the non-potable, I don't really have a set goal for it. I think right now, I'm sitting somewhere around, I want to say 350, maybe 360 gallons of potable water storage, maybe 400. I don't remember. Not entirely certain on that one. So still a long ways from 1,000. And then I'm going to say with the non-potable water storage, I'm probably sitting at around 71 gallons and counting. So anyhow, I think I've gone on long enough. I'm Diorson. I'm out. You guys have yourselves a good one. Bye-bye.